Fighting games are still one of the most popular genres in the world. Hi guys, my name is Ash and today we're going to be looking at the top 10 fighting games of 2021 and we're starting right now. In number 10, we have Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. Akira and the rest of the recognizable members of the Virtua Fighter roster are coming back once again, and they're looking better than ever thanks to a graphical facelift. Nostalgic gamers will get in even more 3D fighting game action via Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. The entire roster and other iterations of the game will make their return here. Plus, we'll be treated to an all-new opening cinematic, new lighting and shaders, a new character interface, and so much more. The game is available on PlayStation 4. At number 9, we have Big Rumble Boxing Creed Champions. The gaming market hardly has any boxing games these days. Electronic Arts Fight Night isn't around, so another digital simulator has been forced to take over its spot. The brand new contender is Big Rumble Boxing Creed Champions, which gathers up the past and current generations of boxers from the Rocky movie universe. In-ring specialists can be chosen as you face off with equally intimidating boxers. Big Rumble Boxing Creed Champions features a strong roster, a nice variety of arenas to do battle in, cinematic knockouts, and so much more. The game is available on PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. Coming up at number 8, we have Metal Revolution. The developers behind Metal Revolution may be embracing a more minimalistic control scheme, but that doesn't mean its robot brawler will be a brain-dead brawler. The fast-paced fighter gives players the freedom to get as creative as possible with each robotic combatant on the roster. The visuals are extra clean, which helps the chaotic and extra flashy combos and super moves look all the more mind-blowing in action. Metal Revolution's fast and furious combat looks like it will result in the FGC getting another title to throw their massive support behind. The game is available on PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Steam, and mobile, iOS, and Android. Coming up at number 7, we have Guilty Gear Strive. The franchise is going big with the series in 2021, and by the looks of it, the word big is an understatement. We have a host of returning / brand new characters which are back to rev it up with anime-styled weapons clashes. The presentation is even more gorgeous than before thanks to camera close-ups of big moves and the ability to knock your opponent to a new place on the current stage you're doing battle on. The series' signature metal soundtrack is still intact. The legacy combatants mark their return with refreshing new gear, and the one-on-one action is just as hype as it's ever been. The game is available on PS5, PS4, and Steam. At number 6, we have Melty type Lumina. Anime fighting game fans have probably put ungodly amount of hours into this new title. While a lot of folks associate that game with the running joke of being the type of fighter that has bathroom tournaments, hardcore fighting game fans know just how complex and hype Melty can be. The announcement of a brand new entry in the series came out of nowhere and has now gathered a bit of excitement now that footage is out. The new Melty updates the series' animal visuals and retains the exciting battle mechanics it's celebrated for. The characters will engage in battle for all to see and enjoy in this one, so be ready to enter the fray. The game is available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch. At number 5, we have the new game Phantom Breaker. Most have experienced Phantom Breaker through its original fighting game form. The previously released 2D fighter is getting a welcome upgrade that will transform it into the most definitive version thus far released. The new Phantom Breaker includes past members of the roster and adds 2 brand new challenges into the fray. The soundtrack has been remixed to match modern day standards, and the story mode campaigns have thankfully been kept intact. And your usual array of fighting game balance changes will also come along for the wild ride. The game will be available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. And number 4, we have Samurai Warriors 5. Like previous games, the game is a hack and slash in which the player faces against hundreds of enemy soldiers in a battlefield, with the objective usually being the defeat of an enemy commander. The game features a new hyper attack which allows the player to traverse great distance while attacking enemies, and an ultimate skill that arguments that depending on their type, can be used to continue combos, regenerate, stun enemies, or deal a barrage of attacks. The game uses an art style resembling traditional Japanese painting. The game is available on PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows. Coming up in number 3, we have Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. We got another Super Smash Bros. Clone on the scene, and to the shock of everyone, it actually looks half decent. The game features a huge offering of cartoon icons that can be chosen to participate in 4-player battle royales. So imagine something like Danny Phantom versus SpongeBob SquarePants versus Raptor versus Powdered Toastman, which is actually a battle scenario that can only take place in this party brawler. Those fantasy fights will take place in some super recognizable locations such as the Technodrome from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Jellyfish Fields from SpongeBob SquarePants. So keep your eyes peeled on this unexpected Nickelodeon Dream Fighter. The game will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. Coming up in number 2, we have RetroMania Wrestling. If you're an old school wrestling head that practically lived in the arcades during its heyday, then you most likely spent plenty of quarters on WWF WrestleFest. Retrosoft Studios has a soft spot in its heart for that classic in-ring brawler, which is why they've opted to produce an official sequel to that game. Enter RetroMania Wrestling, a throwback to the simplistic yet wholly engaging wrestling games. Real-world wrestlers that hail from the indie scene and present-day NWA are joined by recognizable Hall of Famers within this retro experience. RetroMania Wrestling, easy to pick up and play. The combat mechanics should do enough to make you and your fellow wrestling fans appreciate its nods to the good old days. The game is available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. So coming up in number 1, we have Riot's games Project L. If you are a League of Legends fan, fighting game fan, or both, we have some bad news for you. Riot Games confirmed that there will be no beta releasing for the Project L this year. Riot's highly anticipated fighting game is apparently on track to deliver a great product with many core systems in place, but there isn't enough to warrant a beta testing period just yet. Canon did say, however, that there will be a developer's post-release near the end of the year to update fans about the game state. So as of now, we don't have much information to go on, but keep an eye on this one. It looks pretty interesting. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about which game do you play and which games do you plan on getting. So this is Ash, and thanks for watching. Peace.